What a day, what a day, what a day. So, a little bit about the real estate game. The real estate game is up and down no matter what it is. It's something that once you get started, you will see how much you learn from the process and how many things can go wrong in the process, right? So, prime example, I have a smile on my face because I'm feeling great. It's been a really good day because I finally have a tenant in one of the properties that I've been waiting for months to get a tenant in. Purchased this property back in February, right? It is September, right? So purchased it back in February, and I did some work to it to get it ready, make it nice. And I've been trying to rent this property out since then, and I finally found a tenant for this property. Now, good thing about it, I found a tenant. I have somebody that's paying what I want, and they're a great tenant. They signed a 2-year lease. Very excited about that. But the bad part is I had to pay the mortgage the entire time. So I got the house. I put a little bit of money into it so I could work on it. I've been paying the mortgage every single month in order to keep the home, not having a tenant in it. So those are the times where you're not cash flowing, or real estate can kick you in the ass, because if you don't have a tenant in the property, now you're having to pay that rent. So it's something that you always have to be prepared for whenever you're getting invested in, let's say, long-term rentals. You want to make sure that you have money set aside to be able to take care of that mortgage payment, because it's going to have to be paid regardless. So I'm thankful I was able to finally find a tenant. It's been a long time coming, and honestly, it's just bittersweet. Like, when I get a tenant in the property that I vetted really good, that I believe that it's going to be a really good tenant, it's just like guaranteed money coming in, and now I can guarantee on it. So, I can look forward to it each month, and I'm so glad. Now, one reason I'm moving away from the long-term rentals, like I said, I purchased this property back in February. I haven't got another one because really I had another property that I would still have somebody that's not in. So I've been having problems getting tenants. So I'm really in the position to start moving away from long-term rentals, because one, all the effort that you put into a long-term rental, you can be going for something way bigger and using the same exact amount of effort, right? So if I'm going and trying to find a tenant for this one property and doing work on one property, why not just go to a bigger place and get something that's 12 units where it's all in one place, where I'm still going to have to get tenants, still going to have to do the work, and it's all in one place, instead of having 12 different single family homes that are spread around the city. And having different property managers and having everything spread apart, and it's a little harder to operate. Yes, it's still a good business model, but at the same time, you want to make it easier on yourself sometimes. So that's where I'm headed right now, is to the multifamily area. I have hard money lenders, I have private lenders that are willing to lend, and I'm ready to make that jump into the multifamily to be able to take on bigger assets. And the reason I haven't taken that leap so far is because I really wanted to make sure I was ready. You never want to bite off more than you can chew, because I felt like I already did that on this property, not being able to find a tenant, and that was a dumb move of me, right? So you don't want to bite off more than you can chew. You always want to make sure that you're ready for whatever you do. And I've never wanted to take hard money to do a bigger project, but now I feel like I have the experience. I just started my development company. I know that I have the bandwidth to be able to do the construction. I have a plan for it, right? I know exactly what I'm looking for. I know I'm going to be looking for a property that's about 25 units, right? I want it to cash flow. I need it to be 90% occupied. I need a good NOI, right? I have my funding, so I know how I'm going to do it, and I know I'm going to pay the money back, and I have a plan. Once I get the property, I'm going to put a little bit of money into it, where you can raise the rents, right? Because you can't just go purchase a property, raise the rents, and think you're just going to be rich forever. That's not how real estate works. You have to have a plan, right? So what I'm looking for is something, like I said, 25 units, where an owner has had this property for a long time, but doesn't feel comfortable raising the rents because he probably knows the tenants, probably an older person that's just really wants to get rid of the asset and doesn't want to do any repairs on it, doesn't want to make it nice. And that's where I come in and add that value. That's what we call it a value add. So I want to find a property that I can add value to, where it makes sense, where I can raise the rents. And adding value is something simple as painting it, changing the name, maybe painting each unit, or maybe throwing a washer and dryer in everybody's unit, or maybe even just putting covered parking, right? So these are all things that you can even charge for in the future. But for a tenant, you want them to be like, oh, I see why he's raising our rent. He's adding value, right? So even something as small as $100, $50 increase can do a lot to your overall price of your project. So that's what I'm looking for right now, and that's what I'm searching for. And I'll be closing on one of those deals very soon. I had a call with my private lender yesterday, and they're just excited. We've been having a lot of conversation back and forth and about just kind of my process, and they love the way that basically I'm talking about it and I know what I want to go get. A lot of people, they just want to jump into it, and that's when they go get bad deals, when they jump and they rush. I've been waiting on this for a long time. I've been getting the knowledge, and I've been running my numbers, and now I'm going to find something, a multifamily that I can get, and that's going to be cash flowing, and that's going to be a positive asset, so I can start expanding my real estate portfolio by a lot more. Instead of just getting one house every 3-4 months, now if I can attack something that's 25 doors, I just jumped from, let's say I had 0 doors, I just jumped from 0 to 25, right? So that's what I'm looking to do now with my real estate investing, and I'm doing some fix and flips still, so that'll always be something that I do as well, just to kind of get my capital, keep getting the capital up. And I love the fix and flips, and like I said, I just started my development company, so with the fix and flips is an easy way for me to really show the work that I do and how good I can do renovations, new builds, and things like that. So it really shows what I can do, and it gives me that resume. So I'm going to continue to do fix and flips for my students, for myself, and keep expanding. But man, that's just a little, that's how today's going, man. Today's going great right now. That's where I'm at investing, but everything else is going great. I'm going to eat with 2 of my boys right now that just got into town, just a quick breakfast, and then I have to go check in with my mentees and then get some more work done. But man, I'm blessed, and things are going well. But this real estate game is beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's amazing, and I love it. And I couldn't see myself doing anything else. So if you're interested in getting into real estate investing, you're a beginner, you want to do a fix and flip, you need help, renovations, whatever it is, make sure you contact me and go follow my developments page at CMJ Developments. And yeah, so stay tuned. And I'm also going to show you guys some updates. I'll post a video with some updates on that fix and flip that I recently did. I got to go back and try to get all the content together and make sure I shot for YouTube. But I'm going to get all that content together and show you the befores and afters. And I also have, I have them taking the burglar bars off of the house today. So I'm going to get that content to really show you how the house looks. Because when I go in there and take a video of how the house looks currently, I don't like how the burglar bars look. Like, it just, I don't like it. Like, that was always the plan, to get them off. But in the areas I'm doing the fix and flips in, I didn't trust that area, right? It's off of MLK. I didn't trust that area because we were putting in a new AC. You just never know. Somebody could come in, break your window, and come and take all your materials, all your supplies, your AC unit, and they can have a good payday. So I wanted to keep the burglar bars on as long as possible so I could really just get a feel for the neighborhood and where I was at, to make sure that everything was going to be safe. So we're going to take off the burglar bars because they do make the house look ugly. And I'm going to get some videos of basically everything we've done and all the work we've done, just to show you guys. But man, it's coming along great. Things are going well. God is working in my life in extraordinary ways right now, and I couldn't be more thankful and grateful for the opportunities that He has given me to be able to better my life and also better the lives of others. So peace out, and we'll talk soon.